Hello, everyone. This is Drew from Best of Us Investors, working with Mark on the Platinum Trading Platform. So, again, Mark has been in the investment field for over 40 years now and has worked as the director of operation for an online firm for about 10 years. As I mentioned before on our previous videos, he will be doing overviews on what he saw in the market and charts from the previous week regarding swing trades, and also share some of the stocks he's keeping an eye on for swing trades for the upcoming week. Now, for real-time buy-sell signal notifications based on 7 indicators and insights on stocks that are setting up for great trades each day, along with educational videos on how to read charts, come join our Platinum group and let's get through this tough market together, seeking for great swing trade opportunities and even for great potential entry points for long-term investments as well. So make sure you check the link in the description below for the Platinum membership. And I just wanted to remind you that this video is not made for financial advice, but for educational purposes only. So Mark, how was the market last week, and are there any major stock trades that you would like to talk about?
Let's go over to our swing trading spreadsheet so we can see what results we had today. And today we did actually have one position. It's NFE, New Fortress Energy. And we also closed on another quarter position, or 25 shares. We assume on every paper trade we do, we're buying 100 shares and selling 100 shares. So yesterday, we got out of half of our position. We sold 50 shares in a paper trade at a 9.71% gain, or $5 per share. We set a stop limit to preserve wealth. Now, today we had another crazy day with lots of volatility. The price went up quite a bit. We put in a stop limit order, you can see at $54.50, which is a 5.8% gain for another $3 gain. So far on our 100 share trade, we've sold out 3/4 of it, and we've made $325 in about 3 days, and we still have a quarter of the shares left to trade on. So let's go look at the chart. So this is our daily chart of NFE, New Fortress Energy Inc. And you see here, this purple line represents where we bought in. When we bought in at about $51.50. We did it when this price action hit our 50-day simple moving average and went over. On this day, 2 days later, you can see we sold, and with the stop limit order, we had a wick go way up. We put in a stop limit and it hit at $56.50. So that was half of our position. This is today's price action. You can see we had quite of a wick down, and when it went up and down, we put in a stop order at $54.50, and you can see that hit. So these are our two price lines so far. This represents half of what we've had. This represents a quarter. We still have a quarter left in. We still have an ascending 9-day simple moving average, and we're still trading above the 9-day. We have a 20-day simple moving average, and we're still trading above that also. And then you can see we're still above the 200-day simple moving average. When we come down to the MACD, we see, if we look at the histograms, it's kind of a flattening out of the MACD, but we're still above the signal line. Now, a couple of days ago, we did have a cross of the slow stochastic. This kind of gives us an indication that we could be seeing some reversals here. And as far as the RSI goes, our momentum is pretty steady and positive. So we still have a quarter of a position in this trade, and we've also made between 5.8 and 9.7% on this trade so far. So we're going to watch it again next week. Hopefully, we see some price action go up because we have this resistance line up here. It'd be nice to get up to $60. That would be an awesome trade for our final quarter of this trade. Now, every morning, just about every morning on our Platinum Trading channel, you can go down to the Trading Watchlist tab, and you'll see that we have several companies that we put on a watch list that have setups for potential swing trades. Now, we don't choose all of these for our paper trades. I usually take one and trade it and show you how to do it each week if we find one. However, we do put it on a watch list, and you can see the companies on the watch list every day. So doesn't mean that these aren't tradable. These are companies that have set up really well for swing trades. I just don't want to overwhelm people with too many swing trades. That's why we do one at a time. So let's go in and look at how some of these have done since we put them on the watch list, even though we haven't per se paper traded them. So this is Howmet Aerospace Incorporated, symbol HWM. This came on our watch list on the 25th of October. Had you purchased that at open after our watch list came out, you would have purchased it at 35.25 and it closed at 35.57. The next day, you can see it came down and closed under our buying price. Now we're still above the 9, the 200, the 50, and the 20-day simple moving average. We're still seeing some separation on the MACD. We're seeing a little bit of a crossover, but we're still seeing positive momentum in the RSI. So if you would have stayed in this trade, again, we would have closed on the next day. And then today, you'd see what happened. And we closed at $36.17. So had we stayed in this trade or got into it, we'd be up about 92 cents right now. Or for 100 shares, you'd be up about $92. The next company was on our watch list on the 25th, which was Tuesday, is MSI Motorola Solutions. We would have bought this. Here's the watch list came out on the 25th, which is right here. And at open, you would have bought at 234.90. It would have closed at 239.68. The next day, you can see price action was up, and then today we closed at $250.12. We're above the 50, we're above the 9, we're above the 20, and you can see we're above the 200. So again, the MACD is separating from the signal line, good signs. This would have been a good swing trade, and we would have been up about $15.22 a share. So had we made this trade. The third one we were looking at is Walmart, and that is symbol WMT. And the thing that we started talking about was right here, and this was on the 21st when we crossed above the 200-day and closed above the 200-day simple moving average. And then you saw right about here, we put it on the watch list. Had you got in the watch list right here, you can see we've gone all the way up to resistance line. We would have made on this trade, had we made it and gotten in, $3.42 per share. 3 days we put Ormat Technologies on our watch list, ORA. And had you purchased at the opening, you would have purchased at $89.21, and it would have closed down $88.77. But again, you can still see we're above the 20, we're above the 9, we're above the 200, but we are below the 50-day simple moving average. So if you would have gotten in at this price and stayed in for 3 days, today we would have closed at $91.26, and that would have been a gain of $2.05 a share, or $205 for a 100-share lot. Finally, just yesterday, we put BJ's Wholesale Club Holdings in on the watch list, and the symbol is BJ. And if we'd gotten in at open after we put it on the watch list, you would have gotten in at 75.21. You can see we went up to 76.46 yesterday, and then today we continued that rise up and closed at 77.81, right along the resistance line. So if we'd gotten into this one yesterday, we'd be up about $12 or $2.60 or $260 in 2 days on this watch list. Now, again, I don't paper trade each and every one of these stocks that we put on the watch list, but we do put them on there so that you can go look at them and paper trade them if you want. So we're doing the work for you, going out and searching stocks that are in pretty good setups for potential paper trades. But remember, always use stop losses if you do it, and start practicing how to do this and how you make money a certain percentage of the time.
So Mark, thank you very much for your insights and overview on the market. And I've actually learned a lot again from this episode. And I learned that even in a severe down market, if you know how to read the charts, we could actually do some swing trades to make profits. So I think not just myself, but a lot of people who are watching this episode has also learned a lot. So thank you very much again. And for more details and updates regarding swing trades, chart analysis, and stocks we watch each day that are set up for great trades, make sure you join our Platinum group. And again, let's successfully invest and make it through this tough market together. Thank you very much, and see you all next week.